sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, it's Ripper here, but you guys are doing fantastic today. Got a really fun video about with the Napoli, which a lot of people have asked me to do with the new secondary range build. But before we begin, if you are new to the channel, please, if you see value in this content, like, subscribe, bell button below. Appreciate all subscribers, supporters, and you guys have been great building the community. And at 2,000 subs, we're going to do a drawing for a free premium DD giveaway. Be surprised for you guys. Anyways, hopefully you guys are taking value and getting something out of us. But let's get right to it. Again, this is the map Shatter, and it's not the exact map that I used or had. I didn't get a screenshot of it, but it gives a good representation of how the map Shatter is. And I'm going to show you what we actually did and the strategy behind what I was thinking. And again, this is going into it knowing that I'm a Napoli, new secondary kind of build focus, and also knowing how powerful the Napoli is, and this is in randoms, how powerful this thing can be can really make this kind of a strategy, for me at least, work, because we have so much island cover, as you can see right here, all around the area. And using a cruiser with heavy armor, great guns, secondary guns, and everything, you can really do some damage if you actually maneuver and are patient enough and you have the mini-map up. I've always said, good tip is to blow this mini-map up as big as you can, so you're always having situational awareness of the battlefield and where people are at all times, because you can't make a move unless you know what your actual move is going to result in, and that means, like, don't rush to your death, and you know when to pause, when to not push, or when to push, and that's exactly why I encourage you guys to have a mini-map up. So let's get right to it. So what is the plan? The plan is me. I'm starting in the middle here. For me, the middle is awesome for this map because, again, what did I say? You have all these islands here to provide all this types of cover, and it really, really makes a difference and really makes a very big impact on how you maneuver, and it changes some of your decision-making skills. So what we're going to do, let me make this a little bit more accurate. Since we started in the middle, we're going to push up right here and cap Bravo. I know I can do that because I'm treating the Napoli like a little DD right here, right? I'm going to go in and cap. If you don't, in the real game, you won't see there's not a Yamagiri with me. I'm literally in the middle by myself. So we're going to go ahead and cap the middle, and then I'm actually going to decide to push. Now, here, my initial plan was to push straight up into the enemy flank, because I'm thinking my enemy team over here is going to push, distract the enemy, and they're going to come over here and meet my other buddies head on, and I'm going to just go in straight up, flank them. And with the crawling smoke that I have and the secondaries, I wonder, man, will this actually work? But what actually turns out happening is this actual thing, where we actually use the islands to mask our movement. So we're actually going to go here, flank the enemy, take some nice shots, get some torpedo hits, get some secondaries going on, cap Bravo, and then actually proceed to run away to Charlie. Now, the reason why we moved to Charlie was I thought about going out here into the middle of the enemy spawn, but that would have been suicide, so we're not going to do that, right? So we're actually going to continue pushing cap Charlie, because apparently nobody caps Charlie. Nobody does DD stuff anymore, so I have to do it. So cap Charlie and then regress back to Bravo. Now, look at this small distance you have to work with right here. I think this strategy works well because look at Bravo and Charlie are so close together, and they're also, this island, it provides very, very good cover, so you can go around in circles back and forth between Bravo and Charlie. You could try to theoretically do the Alpha and Bravo, but the problem is there's a gap right here. This island's small. There's not much cover. Radar's a huge threat, and this little gap right here, people seem to push a lot. So again, I'm always thinking, what's the easiest going to go back? I thought going back and forth right here was to be easy. Just go back and forth right here. You got great cover. You can cap easily. This one's a little harder. There's a little bit more obstacles in the way. So that's why I didn't elect to do that. So this right here is the initial push I did. And then from there, we're going to decide where we're going to go from there. I think as the battle plays on, I actually continue and do these little figure eights here, where I'm actually pushing Bravo, push to Alpha, eliminate the flank, the enemy team at Alpha, cap Alpha, then come back and secure Bravo again. And you notice I'm just doing these figure eights. It's just go back and forth, maintaining small distances. Notice I'm not traveling as far, using up time, using up precious time and resources and health just to cap actually trying to cap all three caps here. And that's incredible what you can do in a Napoli doing that. And that tells you the state of destroyer player these days. But yeah, and rather than flanking way out here or way out here, I mean, look at all these distances. I mean, it's so hard to come back and cap because the distances are so vast, as opposed to I'm just literally just hugging the inside of Bravo and just using the island cover to really maximize the ability to cap all these points and really frustrate the enemy team. So let's take a look at how this actually plays out, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, we're back here with the Napoli. As you can see, we did our initial push up the middle with no support whatsoever. It seems like that's the trend nowadays. When you ask for help, nobody wants to come with you. And the DDs, there's only about 2 DDs in a submarine, so I guess I'm on my own. DD players are not doing their DD thing as much anymore. Anyways, We're pushing up right through the middle here, up to Bravo, and we're going to see if we can actually cap this thing and be like a third DD for our team here. And you can see that the new range for the Napoli is awesome for secondaries. You can see it's reaching out there to 11 kilometers now with a 10.9 concealment, which is awesome. So you pretty much have stealth secondaries if you wanted to. And then you can obviously pop the crawling smoke that we have to also be a kind of a ghostly secondary smoke that's walking around like a ghost and just shooting people with SAP secondaries, by the way. So a lot of things I like about the Napoli. Very, very powerful. Not much health, I would say. 59,000 for a cruiser. However, it makes up for heavy armor. It's got torpedoes to brawl with. It's got the a standard health, but the crawling smoke is what really sells it. And the crawling smoke really allows you to really go in and sneak. If you get spotted, like for example, we're about to get spotted right here by the defense. CV's up in the air as well, so I take a shot. I take a chance, and let's see. Why don't we just pop the crawling smoke and conceal our movement so that nobody takes a shot at us and then resets us, because it does initially take about a minute to cap a spot by yourself. So look, I still got 12 seconds to cap, so I'm going to pop this smoke. It's more of a tactical smoke, and these smokes last a long time, so I got time to cap and then move and proceed to actually try to see if I can go into the enemy side here and maybe flank. And I'm looking at the mini-map right here. Again, mini-map is very, very important here. You're taking a look, is a Colbert right there. There's also a, I can't read that from here. Golden Lou right there. So we do have a couple ships right there just by looking at the mini-map. Hey, they're sitting ducks right there. Why not go ahead and press and see if we can catch these guys broadside and off guard, because they're not seeing me move, because they're too busy focused on the enemy or my buddies over at the east side, and they're not noticing a little puff of smoke moving around until they pop the hydro there within hydro range. We got a very beautiful, nice broadside go to Lou, and unfortunately, I just can't seem to citadel this thing. But you know what? I'm just aiming at the water line and pray for rain, right? So we got launched torpedoes over there, nice brawling torpedoes. These things are powerful, pack a punch. But look at the armor of the Napoli; it is able to survive a beating and then some. Unless you sew a nice broadside cheek like what we did right there. And then he took a blast right into our side, and that is my fault for angling way too much. I think I just wanted to get the guns off. And we're also getting airdropped by the Golden Lou. He's looking at us, and now look how much of a distraction we are. What is the rule about being a destroyer? Ooh, nice citadel right there, by the way. What is the rule about being a destroyer? And boom, splash one goes down. Being a destroyer player is all about distracting the enemy team and making them fear that they're about to lose a certain area, and that causes them to allocate resources to you, thereby allowing your team to press forward. But unfortunately, look at my team. They're all running away. I don't understand the meta today is. You guys let me know in the comments below, why do people just like running away and saving health points when saving your health points to die in the back doesn't solve anything? Look where the Napoli and we are. We're running a DD roll right here. This is what more players should be doing. I don't get it. It's a game. Anyways, I digress. Okay, no, we're going to elect to push back into Charlie because, again, my DD is not capping Charlie right now. I'm going to have to help him out. And so we're going to go ahead and run away and save as much health as we can, because I don't think I can take off 1, 2, 3 or 4 ships looking at me. I do not want to take more firepower, especially I have a Colbert behind me. I don't want to deal with it. Nice citadel right there on the Otago, and we are going to run as far away as we can. Look at those secondaries, man. Those secondaries firing from that far. One of the best dispersions in the game, by the way. Great Sigma for the secondaries and a very good dispersion accuracy. And you don't have to wait for them to build up like battleships do. Now, I make a mistake right here. I did not turn. I was too worried about other things that I did not steer my ship. And now the way I steer my ship, guys, if you don't notice, I'm actually looking at my mini-map and looking at that long white arrow or that line in front of me. And I'm driving the ship using the mini-map while aiming the guns to the rear. So that technique and tactic may help a lot of you guys out, because I think you guys, when you swing forward and try to figure out how to steer the ship, you start losing sight of tactically of what the enemy's doing and where your guns are. The guns start moving different directions. It's better, you know what, just to steer with the mini-map, know where the map is at, and then keep your guns in focus on the enemy targets. Kind of like how real ships operate. You got one person that's steering and one person that's shooting, right? Well, you can't do that in this game, so you're going to have to do 2 jobs at once. So I like using the mini-map to steer. And that, of course, I normally aim, but like I said, it is up to you guys, but I encourage you guys to use the mini-map to help steer, as well as using the mouse to aim, because then your attention is then focused on aiming and shooting. And, of course, free looks awesome. It's just very disorienting for a lot of people, and I think they lose track of it. And it's just too much movement of the camera. It's better just to move your eyes. I've always said that light travels faster than light travels faster than thought. your eyeballs can look at the minimap and go, oh, I'm right there, readjust, reassess, and then move. And clicky, lefty, clicky, whatever you want to do on your keyboard, turn left, turn right, as opposed to you actually, let me free look, let me look around. Ooh, is this island? Let me think about turning here. And, don't worry about that crap. You don't have time to deal with stuff like this. Even in combat, when I'm doing stuff and I'm teaching guys how to shoot and blow up things, you don't have time to think. You have time to literally look and react. Okay, you don't. When you drive a car, you don't think about, oh, do I need to avoid hitting this telephone pole? No, you go, do telephone pole turn. So the same way with the minimap, I would encourage you guys to use the minimap to actually steer. Like I said, that white line in front of you is where your ship's aimed at and where it's going. You can use that and guide yourself through the islands right there, and continue looking forward and at targets, selecting them, firing in them, because the more shots you get on target and the more you shoot, the more you're going to allow you to affect the outcome of the battle. Remember, you only got 20 minutes. You only get a certain amount of shots that you can fire, so you might as well use every shot and make it count. We got the Colbert, caught him off guard. This thing is made out of paper, so I figure, let me aim anywhere I can and maybe get some juicy hits. I figure one more shot right here, maybe I'll get a Citadel. Let's see if I get that Citadel that I was aiming for. And yeah, right there, paper target. Citadel takes off a bunch right there. Unfortunately, he goes behind the island. We can't get enough. His shells don't really do much other than start fires on our very, very heavy armor. And we're going to go ahead and push and take back Bravo. Now, you see how I'm doing? I'm using figure eights, going around Charlie, going around Bravo, trying to cap. Hopefully trying to act like a DD player, because my other DDs aren't really able to do much right now. While one DD is way in the back, the other DD is just trying to cap Charlie, but is unable to. So I guess we're going to go have to support Alpha, because there was no destroyer. I think the two destroyers were in a division or something, so they started on one side, and then Alpha was just left out to dry. I do a bad job here of torp mitigation, but do I miss it? Ooh, I did. I actually missed that one. Wow, look at that. Maneuverability on the Napoli, excellent. Very, very awesome. Acts like a destroyer, pretty awesome. Cool right there. We're saving that last crawling smoke in case we do need it as a get-out-of-jail-free card if we make a mistake and we go undetected. Right now, we're going to go ahead and push and cap at the same time, so that we're going to help our Alpha team out, so that we can eliminate the two cruisers over here that are really trying to cap Alpha, and we are going to sneak up on him right here, the Atago. Ooh, very nice cheeky broadside if I can get it. Unfortunately, I totally missed that one shot in ricochets. Now, sometimes these Napoli guns on AP style are very powerful, but man, sometimes it can be wonky. So he is angled, so that's a good thing a World of Warship player is doing. Angle very, very well. Get the secondaries all on him. Look at those secondaries fire, doing a great pin damage right there, and very good fire rate. I know he launched torpedoes at me somewhere, so we're going to go ahead and turn left. A great tactic and secret is to constantly do zigzag patterns, left, right, so that you're constantly avoiding their torpedoes and you're always ready to go. And boom, there he goes. Splash 2 secondary kill with the Napoli right there. This thing is awesome, by the way. I wish more destroyers had secondary kills like this. But unfortunately, a Napoli is what it is. Yeah, it's not really a destroyer either, but anyways. But we're treating it like a destroyer. That's the name of the video, right? Let's see if we can get this Colbert. Okay, now I know I'm going to overpin this guy. I aimed at the waterline. Yep, they go all right through him. His hull is just way too thin, paper thin. You almost have to shoot right at the waterline. Let's see if we can take him out. Ooh, nice. Good shot, Mecklenburg. Completely obliterates him right there. And we have got him this flank secure. Alpha team thanks us for our help right here. And I'm going to go ahead and speed the video. I know you guys don't want to watch the driving here. Okay, that was fun, wasn't it? Just going hyperspeed right there. So we basically did everything a DD would play. We capped A, we capped Bravo. Now we're coming back out and capping Charlie, and now we're going to see if we can eliminate the rest of the players. But just look at the power of what the Napoli can do and treating it like a destroyer. Again, I'm not saying it's going to work for every map, every situation, or every player, but it really is something to look at and really awesome, especially if you have the enemy team that does not expect you going right up the middle. This could work on Two Brothers. It could work on this map. A lot of island cover in the middle. I mean, people just don't expect a Napoli, and it's super hard to kill, especially with heals, crawling smoke, powerful guns, powerful secondaries, as well as brawling torpedoes. I mean, this thing is something to reckon with, and you can't just forget it and let it slip out of your mind. I mean, especially that middle cap. Someone's got to guard the middle no matter what, because you don't want to give them a free cap, as well as let them flank your enemy your flank and let them push through and just let you obliterate your entire side of the map. So it's pretty awesome. And we get the third cap right there. Isn't that cool? We just capped all the caps and helped our team do it, and we're a good DD player, aren't we? So we got the crawling smoke going. They can't see us, but guess what? Our secondaries can reach out and touch somebody, so we're going to go ahead and push the secondaries. And did I not mention that the speed on the Napoli is pretty incredible? You're going like 37 knots at full speed at straight and level. pretty incredible for what a cruiser can do. You're pretty much going at destroyer speeds. That's why this thing can catch up to little destroyers that are really unsuspecting. And our crawling smoke goes away. We've literally used up every consumable here to survive into the map. And we have 2 destroyers left with a cruiser. Now, let's see if we can hunt down. And I noticed that first salvo earlier of torpedoes, they totally missed me because I was zigzagging back and forth. Again, that is a great tactic to do. Don't just drive in straight lines and be predictable. You want to be unpredictable for the enemy. And let's see if we can be unpredictable enough where we catch this destroyer or defense off guard. And a couple of things I like about the Napoli is the fact that it's just the survivability and the maneuverability is really awesome. HE guns are great fire starters, as well as the AP is powerful. You can build for it. Check out the build at the end of the video. It's really, really good for me, for my playstyle. But check out the video if you want to see how I build it. But again, you build it however you want. Secondaries are murdering that other destroyer. And of course, we have the defense right here. Last cruiser on the map. And you can see we're getting a good reload, especially when he's within secondary range. Helps out our guns. We're going to switch to HE, see if we can start a fire. Just look at the secondaries. Look, we're not spotted yet. Until we get spotted, then we open fire. We get some free damage from the secondaries, and the secondaries, the secondary SAP secondaries are just melting them. And there is another SAP secondary kill right there. Splash 3. He goes down. And there are torpedoes from the other score. Again, we're just constantly maneuvering, being unpredictable, keeping the enemy on its toes, and he's just wasting his torpedoes on us. But that's the end of the game right there. If you guys like and see the video and you see value in it, like, subscribe, bell button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. Build, again, is at the end of the screen if you want to check it out. See how we built it. But as always, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video, and I like the comments below. And as always, if you guys see me out there, make sure you say hi, and feel free to say anything nice chats in the words. But again, hope you guys are staying safe. Happy New Year again, belated New Year, and we'll stand by for the next video we're going to do. I'm trying to do a video on the Burgonia, a review about that, and some more clan battles coming up. Okay, so hope you guys are doing well. Cheers.